everybody, I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I'm doing a reaction to Matt Kennon, his song Love is Stronger. And it's a gift request from Montauk Ed. So Ed, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for this gift and request. I know this is going to be a good one. I did Matt Kennon's The Call. And anybody who knew that song or heard it for the first time is like, whoa. And I guess that inspired you, Ed, to request another one of Matt's, because I don't think I've done any other of Matt's. So you guys will remember, because most of you guys remember what I've done, which is amazing, because I've done about 3,000 reactions and reviews, mostly reactions. Oh, I have the official music video. Oh yeah, you requested that I do the official one. It was on his page. It's not on Vivo, which means it won't be blocked. Almost never are these things blocked. That's a beginning. Oh, shit.
You went down one of those roads nobody should have to go. Life sure got real fast. You couldn't see your way out. Your world was under a cloud. All you could feel was helpless. You didn't think you could do it. Oh, but you got through it. You kept faith when you didn't have a prayer. Found hope when it wasn't even there. Up against the impossible, you just wouldn't back down. You kept fighting. That heavy cross you carried ain't weighing you down any longer. Life is tough, but love is stronger.
Man, I think about that a lot for different reasons in my own life, but I think about that person who's, they're not there, but somebody's counting on them to come home. And I think about it in the context of soldiers, or even I think about like kidnapped children or people, and you don't know what happened, like with what went on in Gaza and stuff. Like, you want to know. And I think about this, like, God, what it's like. You just don't even know if they're coming home. Yeah. Yikes.
You're finally facing the sun. Your brighter days have begun. Look at you now, soaking it in. You're smiling, you're laughing, you're happy, you're living every moment surrounded by all the beautiful reasons why. You kept faith when you didn't have a prayer. Found hope when it wasn't even there. Up against the impossible, you just wouldn't back down. You kept fighting. That heavy cross you carried ain't weighing you down any longer. Life is tough, but love is stronger. You kept faith when you didn't have a prayer. Found hope when it wasn't even there. Up against the impossible, you just wouldn't back down. You kept fighting. That heavy cross you carried ain't weighing you down any longer.
Cancer?
Life is tough, so tough, but love is stronger. Yes it is, yes it is. Nobody should have to go. Now you know love is stronger.
Well, geez, I mean, talk about throwing a bunch of things at you to process. Anybody who has empathy, compassion, can extend even into sympathy. But when you empathize with others, you look at that and you're like, oh my God, what else can they throw at you to make you feel, to make the point? Yeah, I mean, in this one, what she dealt with him being away, then he comes back and he's abusive because of what he went through, mentally didn't know how to process the whole thing. And then she decided she's going to overdose. She didn't. She came back. Her kid had cancer. So everybody in the family was dealing with their own version of of fear, of meaning, trying to find meaning to life. How do I get through it? But in the end, he cleaned up. She came back to wanting to be part of the marriage because he got cleaned up. When he came back with the flowers, his appearance was different. You could just tell that he was better, and their kid was cancer-free. And so it's like, okay, then now they all collectively deal with the aftermath, just like the soldier husband who had come back for more and what he'd seen. He dealt with the aftermath of what he'd seen. When you go through trauma as a family, right, all those different things that they survived, then collectively you survive that. You try to, convinced that one of the reasons it seems like society today may be divided is not because people are actually thinking. Some people are thinking, for example, along racial lines, right? Some people just can't get that out of their head. But they don't know that the other person isn't thinking that way. So when it's out there in the public sphere, you're wondering, well, is that person thinking in black and white terms, for example, when they weren't? It's just that it's so out there that you're not sure what this other person is. And our pattern recognition, our survival instincts are all like wired to is that a lion or is that a shrub? And you want to identify what it is so you know what the danger is. So we're always on guard on a certain level. And it's that way when you don't know what this other person is thinking. Are they thinking that I'm this bad person because of my skin color or whatever? Pick your cat in politics, whatever, pick it. And in a family dynamic like this, you look and they're each wondering well, what is mommy thinking about me because she had to go through the cancer thing? But what is daddy thinking? Because he was dealing with post-PTSD while I was going through this. And then the dad is like, well, is my wife going to keep loving me? Or is this hurt going to return in a year or 5 years and she's not going to want me anymore? These kinds of second order fears and concerns are very real. But if love is stronger, as he says, then as the song says, then the implication is they'll survive that. But love isn't just this idea. Love is an idea. Really, it is an idea. But the way it manifests is in action. Action. That tells you. So, Ed. Yeah, you got me again, my friend. When I realized I had to rate it, whenever I rate it, that also includes me, and I got to re-thank the person who requested the song. And then I realized it was you, and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense that it was Ed. I'm going to rate this one because it wasn't an homage to war. It wasn't about cancer only. It wasn't or overdosing. It was about the strength of family as depositories of love, hopefully. The number that popped into my head was a 9.5. Because Matt got what he was going after in this one. The collaboration, all the people involved in making the video and the song, they got what they were going for. There it is. All right. You can thank Montauk Ed for that one. I sure do. All right, folks. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.